Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Everything Tabby. This is the first time here, you're highly welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you get to see all of my videos. And to my returning subscribers, thank you for always watching. Okay, so today's video is a baking video and I'm going to be showing you guys how to make chocolate cake at home or in your shop. So it's just a simple procedure and this is all we are going to be using. So we're going to be using our cocoa powder. Of course, I'm going to be using this cocoa powder. There are other types of cocoa powder you can use, but I prefer this. There are unsweetened cocoa powder where you have to use a lot of sugar, but this is a normal cocoa powder and it works for me. There's also another product I use, but I use this a lot. So that's the cocoa powder I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be using salt here. Can you see I use the bigger size already? So I'm using salt as well, sugar, and I'm going to be using milk, buttermilk. I'm using this to make my buttermilk, nescafe, baking powder, vinegar, oil. Of course, I'm using vegetable oil. This is King's oil. I poured it into a plastic can. That's King's oil. And flour, of course, some baking soda, and 2 eggs. And this is just all we'll be using to mix our cake. So let's get started. So first, I'll be making our buttermilk from this. I'll just pour the whole of this, and then I'll add 1 tablespoon of vinegar. So that gives me my buttermilk. That's 1 tablespoon. So there we have our buttermilk ready. So I'll just set it aside and start my dry measurements. So for that, I'll be using my scale and I'll use this to just do the measurements. So I'll just turn on the scale now while this bowl is already on it. So I'll get my accurate measurements. So I'll measure my flour to 250 grams. So this is more than, I'm just going to remove the excess. Okay, there we have our 250 grams. So I'm just going to pour that into the sieve and sieve it very well to remove any dirt or whatever might be in this flour. Okay, so we're done sieving this. So move on to the next step. We'll measure our cocoa powder. So we're doing 65 grams, and there we have it. So I'm also going to sieve the cocoa powder into the flour. So just use your hands again to sieve this into the flour. Now we're going to measure our sugar. I'm using 350 grams of sugar. I'll take out of it. Okay, there we have our 350 grams of sugar. I'll just pour that into the flour directly. You don't need to sieve the sugar. So now I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. So the dry ingredients. And that will be all for the dry ingredients. Next, you're just going to get your spatula and mix everything together. You can use your hands, you can use your spatula. Make sure it's well combined. Mix everything. So once I'm done with that, I'll set it aside and then go for my wet ingredients. So I'll start with 2 eggs. Okay guys, so you beat your egg till it foams and then you continue. So I'll just beat it a little more before I move on to the next step. Okay, so this is good. Next, I'm going to add my oil. I'll be adding 1 cup of oil. Okay, so next I'm going to be adding the buttermilk. So next I'll be adding a cup of warm nescafe, and I'll just use my nescafe and warm water to make that. So I'm using a teaspoon of nescafe and 1 cup of water to make that. So I'll just pour the water into the nescafe. Next, I'll just pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. Pouring everything at once. So you're just going to mix this together thoroughly. Just mix it together with your whisk. Make sure it is well combined. Mix it very well. See, you just have to keep mixing it till everything is well combined. Okay, so now it's well combined. I've mixed it thoroughly, it's well combined. So I'm going to add my baking soda to it before I bake. Make sure you're ready to bake before you add your baking soda. So you put it straight into your oven. So now my oven is already on. So I'm just going to add my baking soda and then put it in the oven to bake. Next we'll be adding our baking soda. I'm using 1.5 teaspoon of baking soda. And I'll be mixing it with 1.5 teaspoon of vinegar. So you just want to mix it together thoroughly, and then you pour it into your baking pan. So this recipe goes for 8-inch round pan. So yeah, our cake is ready to go into the oven. So guys, this is my oven. It's a 3-step oven. It's a gas oven and a charcoal oven, but I use gas, so it's just 3 steps. So this is what I used to bake. I'm going to be putting the cake in the middle layer because that works faster. Like you get to bake the cake faster than the other 2 layers. So I've placed it on the second rack and I'm going to leave it till it actually gets ready. So our cake is ready and I actually left it to cool in the pan before removing it. So guys, this is the end of this video. I hope you like it. Please leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you get to see my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.